Right. Is that working? Yes. So, could you hear me before and not see me? Or what was what did you see? Or tell me what it looked like for you guys. You can't tell me. Yeah, it's working. No, I know it is. But before, no what? What did I can't remember what I asked. You couldn't neither. Thank you. Oh, that's a shame. Because I played a lovely song by Kate Rusby. Um, so I'll play that next time. Um, Shambles. Wonder why it does that. Wonder why it does that. What do I know? Well, I hope you're feeling good. I was a bit peaky last time, wasn't I? I felt better the next day. Eyes were a bit stingy because I had a bubble bath. Toothache gum boil situation. Bit better. I was just sort of coping with it. It's just there now. I'm resigned to the fact that I just have a gum boil and a bit of a toothache from now on till I die. But it's a new development, like a twitching in my arm, like a little muscle spasm, like now and again, like that. I thought, oh, what's that? Googled it. It said most common things: dehydration, stress, lack of sleep, too much coffee, too much alcohol. Uh, don't worry about it. Then it said less common causes, and I shouldn't have looked. But I did. I did. Uh, Multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy. Shouldn't have read on. um, but apart from that, it's the usual. Right, questions. You're out for a walk with Jane and you come across a tiny injured space alien. What do you do? Oh, I just want to help it. I mean, all those things would think, oh, what if it's a radioactive, or what if it's going to lay eggs in my eye immediately? All those things will go through. But if it was like a little cute, like a little, I don't know, what would it look like? Like a big talking fetus crossed with a frog. I mean, like a big thing. It was like, it was going like, okay, what's the matter? He goes, I'm an alien. I went, yeah, I know. Where are you from? Grombical. And where's that? Fucking miles away. I've been on a spaceship for 83 years. Oh no. Why? To get here, it's miles away. Oh, right, yeah. And that's a long time. Yeah, but I live 1,000 years, so it's no biggie. But what's the matter with you? I feel ill. I'm travel sick. I go, oh, let's take you to I'll go vet first. Because it. Because a fucking vet, take me to a doctor, you can't. I go, well, you're not a human, are you? So. Oh, I might give it a little sip. I'll go beer. Beer's no. I mean, there's nothing that beer is bad for, is there? Even a slug will eat beer, won't it? I'm not a fucking slug. I'm on an alien. I'd help it. I'd try and help it. Unless it was Larry. If it was lying there, I go, what are you? Alien. All right, what's the matter? Fucking hell, you cunt. I go, fuck you. So I hope that answers your question. That escalated quickly, didn't it? Oh, you don't know what's good for it and what's not, like in Man Who Fell to Earth, when David Bowie, the X-rays, because I can see X-rays. And they give him a. He's got a contact. He goes, I never get him out now. So you don't know, do you? You got to be careful with aliens. You got to be careful with aliens. Just think, if this hadn't worked, you'd have missed all this shit. Louise, what's the best joke you ever heard that wasn't yours? Oh, well, I think the greatest joke ever, on every level. I mean, it's so good. It's not a joke. It's better than a joke. I tell it on Jerry Seinfeld comedians in cars getting coffee, um, and it's beyond a gag. I mean, it is a joke, but I'll tell it. Um, a Holocaust survivor eventually dies of old age, and he goes to heaven, and he meets God, and he tells God a Holocaust joke, and God says that's not funny. And the guy goes, oh, guess you had to be there. It's just genius. It's amazing. I've tried to source it and I can't. It's in books and I've no idea who came up with it. It probably evolved, but I like it because it's about comedy and offence itself. It's about, obviously, he's saying you weren't God, you weren't at the Holocaust, even though he's talking to God who exists. So it's fucking amazing in that way, complex and just incredible. But yeah, it's I like it as well because he has every right to tell that joke, and it's people who weren't there that are offended by it. So I love that. That's my favourite. That's my favourite joke. I wish it was mine. Val, today is my birthday. I've reached a milestone in my life, and I've decided I'd like to learn to play guitar and maybe have a change of career. Oh, good luck. What plans, if any, do you have to celebrate your milestone birthday next year? I don't really. They're arbitrary to me. It doesn't matter whether it ends in a naught or a one or a three. They're they're sort of they're imposed. But I like the question because I think back on all the times I thought I was too old to do something new, and now I kick myself. I remember I was like um, 25, 26, and I was in a band, and the drummer left his drum kit around my house, and I thought, oh, I should learn drums. I thought, no, I'm too old. Think how good I'd be now. Fucking hell. Buddy Rich. Um, so I don't think of anything, but I think the point is to always learn. And you're never too old for a new adventure. I think that's what comes from that question. So I think that's brilliant. Yeah. And learning an instrument, so good for you. It's so good for you. It uses. They did an experiment where different things lit up different parts of the brain, and playing an instrument basically lit them all up. It's everything: coordination, thought, symbolism. It's everything. So it's so fucking good for you. Yeah, great. Keena, what do you find most annoying about the way news is covered in this day and age? Well, I think the clickbait is the most annoying. That thing when they can't just say what the thing's about. They want to intrigue you. It's usually negative or spiteful or just to get you to read it. Like Schadenfreude. It's like this one, so and so said a thing, and people are furious. And then they've got an example, like one tweet they found. No, people aren't furious. That fucking idiot who you're using Twitter as the news, and they use things to create their narrative. They've already written the piece, and they contrive. I don't like bias, but I don't like. You're allowed your opinion, but I don't like the bias nature of it. But worst is clickbait, trying to make a story out of nothing. Like, I'm doing this to pick up things on this out of context. and it makes it look like I've given them an interview. Like it was like, or I'd muck around and say awful things about myself, and they make it look like it's a confession, or you know what I mean? I talk about me being in a fucking bucket and waiting for death, and they take that seriously and think that I'm depressed or something. The worst one, a few years ago, and it was Christmas Day, which is always dodgy because they've got no news, and the headline was and they made it look like a sort of a really sado confession. It was Ricky Gervais admits, I've been drunk every night since I was 18. And there's a picture of me having a beer. Right? And what that came from was a joke. They conflated things, right, on the radio. But the joke that I got that from was, so I'd walk out on stage and I'd say, I've been sober for 18 years. And sometimes, depending on where you were, you get a little round of applause. And then I'd go, the first 18 years. I've been drunk ever since. And from that, they pretended it was a... So that sort of journalism, I don't like. Yeah, sort of unfair. But about me. I don't care if they slag anyone else off. Gunnar. Is maths something that humans created or something we discovered? Is looking at reality mathematically an accurate representation of how things work? Well, it's a good question. Well, maths is the science of measuring quantity, shape, space of things in the universe. So those things have always been there, like they are. But I can certainly say that we invented maths. I think we'd love to say we invented the discipline, the science of that, and giving it a structure. You know, calling it something, just calling numbers what they are. Base 10. We invented base 10. Again, not arbitrary, probably because we've got 10 digits. So I certainly think that we can claim we sort of invented maths, but everything was already there. Like temperature was already there, but we gave it a scale, an arbitrary scale, freezing point to boiling point of water, and then we chopped it up, and that was the scale. I think a yard, I don't know if this is true, an imperial yard, I think it came from Henry VIII's arm, did it? And that was a foot, the elbow to there, and that might be apocryphal. But anyway, we sort of invented, yeah, we can claim that. If I didn't like that question, he goes, or how much cheese can you fit in your mouth at once? Just in case I didn't like the maths question. Thanks, Gunnar. That'd be great, wouldn't it, at school? If every subject was like that. Explain maths, or how many hot dogs can you eat? Oh dear. Claire, I've been watching Afterlife again for the billionth time. How much of Tony and Lisa's relationship is based on your own experience? For instance, do you go around the house with a large horn trying to scare Jane? Yeah, well, I want it to be a real relationship, not like a coffee ad. So it's people mucking around. Yeah, I did the me and Jane used to do the aeroplanes thing when they lift her up, and in fact, when we're coming up with something stupid, we're doing a little dance or something. I think, oh, I should put this in Afterlife, and Jane goes, oh, poor Kerry. So yes, Julia, congratulations on your latest award. Thank you. Oh yeah, TV Times for Afterlife. Still winning awards, even though I'm fat and old and in a bucket. Still winning awards. Have you decided on all your music to go with Afterlife 3? Yeah, probably too much. As I go along. And what's great about this project is usually, particularly in TV, particularly in British TV, the music budget doesn't really exist. You know, you use sort of like library music, or you might get to use 30 seconds of one real track, and that's it really. But when I started this, I put in, first of all, it's the biggest budget I've ever had. So I put in a budget for music, and that allowed me to get things cleared before I even started it, so I could shoot, like, so the montages look even better because it makes sense. Usually you put music on at the end and it's contrived, but so I've got like 20 tracks that I cut down to maybe 10 or 15, and I might even change my mind on some of them. But the quick answer is yes. I often think of those to go with the scene and then work it around that. That's one of the best things about, you know, making film or TV is the soundtrack. It's like the final cherry on the top. Filiani or Filian, Filiani or Filian, Anne. Can that be Annie or was it Anne? Filian, I think. You are auditioning for Wizard of Oz. What character do you want to be? I don't. I don't think I've ever watched that film. It's been on when I was a kid. It's on, and I think I know a bit from it. I get the gist of it. Um, isn't there a weird little thing behind a curtain at the end? I don't think I've seen it. You got the Lion, the Tin Man. He wants covers, isn't he? The Tin Man. Who's one without a brain? Is that the Scarecrow? Uh, Too much makeup. I can't do any of that. I'll do that little weird. I'll be a weird little thing behind the curtain. Am I imagining that, or do I know about it and I haven't actually seen it? I could be my little alien thing in a bucket, couldn't I? When they drive, they go, like, fuck off, fuck off. If that isn't in the film, it is now. Oh dear. Joey, hey Saint Ricky. Good, respectful. My question is, would you rather spend a day with your legs tied together so that you have to jump everywhere, or have one leg tied to someone else like you're in a three-legged race? Nah, always independence. Always independence. If it's got to do this by yourself or change, no, I'll go my own way. So it's the legs tied together and hopping everywhere. Also, that's not compulsory. If I had legs tied together, but I preferred to slither along like a slug, that would be my choice, wouldn't it? I don't have to hop just because my legs are tied together. So, also I could lie on a skateboard, like I was just surfing down the street, like that, like a little turtle. I could even wear a turtle outfit if I wanted. I'm getting to like it now. Because walking isn't fun anymore for me with the fucking bunion and always at least one sprained ankle that's getting better, and then the other one fucking goes when I fall over because I'm running. My knees hurt because of that. Bad back. Fucking twitching in my arm. Toothache. Every part of my body, something wrong with it. So having my legs tied together and slithering along, probably less dangerous than me walking around, falling over. Oh dear. Yeah, that one. Freya, if you were stranded on a desert island and you had to choose one person to be with you, who would you rather have? Either A, David Bowie, or B, Robert De Niro? Oh wow. It has to be David. Yeah, they're both fantastic, obviously. But and Robert De Niro is a bit of an acting hero, but nothing like David Bowie as a musical hero. And then I obviously I got to know him a lot better than Robert De Niro, who's a lovely man. But it would have to be David. I'd drive him mad. Okay, let's write a song. You go, fuck off, Rick. Fuck off, Ricky. I'm writing a song about space. I'm fucking writing it with you. We're stuck on a desert island. Let's write a song together. Oh dear. Bella. Here she is. Good girl, Bella. Right. Bella's a dog. Because they're all fucking dogs and cats, most of them. You awaken to discover you have mentally turned into a dog. You display dog behaviours, which include making strange noises. I do that anyway. Scratching. I do that anyway. Begging for food. I've done all these. Asking for belly rubs. Picking the fluff off tennis balls and collecting sticks. Right? I'm very much like like that already. You have the ability to speak and walk around on two legs like normal, right? But mentally you are a dog. How long do you think it would take to notice? Oh dear. I was going to say when I wee up a tree, but I've done that before. So I don't know. It'd be a couple of hours. Oh, Bella. Kermit. There he is, Kermit. Please tell us something right now that no one else in the world knows about you. Jane doesn't count because she's your Bella and should know everything about you. Kermit is Bella's boyfriend. Kermit's a cat. Bella's a dog. So they said it wouldn't work, but it does. I don't think there's anything. I've told you everything. I've sat here. How many of these have I done? Fucking hundreds now. I've been on the radio for fucking years. I'm doing stand up. There's you. That's why there's no point me doing an autobiography. You've heard it all. You've seen my life in real time. What can I tell you? Oh, I know. I know. Yeah. Right. You know that I'm doing one of these live with a couple of chums on December the 6th. Tickets will go on sale this Thursday. But you might not know, I'm also going to do a Super Nature warm up on the 15th of December, which that's exclusive. And then I might even do another Talking Bollocks before Christmas. So there you go. You're the first to have heard. I'm doing a Super Nature warm-up show on Tuesday the 15th of December. This is only relevant to people in London. Sorry about that. I can't wait. Can't wait to get back to normality. Well, I know some people have still got to go through some shit, but all be over soon, won't it? Vaccines on its way. Oh, hiya, Colin. Hello. What are you doing? I can't remember his voice. I've been Just normal. What's that then? Just floating around in coughs and phlegm and sneezes. Oh, right, is that where you live? In snot? Yeah, I live in snot on the air, and then I get in noses and lungs. And then what do you do? I make the people very ill. Oh, you're a cunt then, Colin. You're a cunt, and I can't. We got so many vaccines coming now. You little twat. You're going to be wiped out. So fucking Merry Christmas, shithead. So. Oh, no one's calling to make this into a fucking play or a musical or a movie. I suppose Colin the COVID cunt. It doesn't go well down in Hollywood, does it? Right. Right. Rupert, best till last. If by best you mean a short-legged fucking haggis. You went to bed at your usual time, but wake up at 3 AM to discover you have ballooned to 4 times your usual size. Your head is the size of a medicine ball, and you realise you can't now reach your bum to wipe it. As your arms won't reach round the big blubbering mass that is now your belly, do you A, ask Auntie to help wipe your bum, try to rinse it in the shower, scoot around on the floor until you think it's clean? Shower again, independence. Do it yourself. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I'd have a special plunge pool made just next to the bog. But this is absolutely started as it ended, didn't it? It started shit and ended shit. Oh dear. Thanks for following. Thanks for your questions. Where are you watching from? I should say hello because it put me off when I was usually say, you know, where are you from, but then people were saying we can't see you. The screen's blank. Thanks for telling me. That was good. Liverpool, South Africa, Iceland, Ireland, California, Manchester, Hampstead, Florida, York, Essex. Oh, I got another recommendation. Just finished a great series, Czechoslovakian series, called Pastino. It means wasteland. Fucking brilliant. I mean, it's so the mood. It's so quiet and atmospheric and just like normal, just great faces, just normal people. Like it doesn't look like there's any actors in it. Do you know what I mean? It just looks so real. They are actors, but they're just so naturalistic, and the design's amazing. The costume, everything. It's just so. Oh, I don't know what the. It's sort of. Oh God. Right, it's really sort of oppressive in the sort of place they live in a sort of disused sort of mining town, and everyone's got troubles. And I won't give it away, but it's about like a child killer on the loose. But it's so beautifully shot. The director or the producer or whoever designed it, they're an artist. So yeah, recommendation. Good. And Kate Rusby, I feel bad. I'll play her song next time. Right, it was absolute bollocks, wasn't it? Right, thanks for listening. Bye from me. Bye from Colin. Bye. Done. And have a good week. See you Wednesday. Be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone.